Um, the the process was really simple for me. If is one good education, of course, that would help me, of course, in my life. And next is if I would able to play, of course, right away. If I could have a chance, opportunity to play.
Mm.
But I know it's not, when school recruited me, even if it's not LaSalle or any school, then that it's not for sure that I would play right away. It's like a
Yeah.
tryout pa rin.
Uh,
That's really how I think of it, that
mm.
way. So when I knew that LaSalle is getting, it's like in a rebuilding stage, getting 8 rookies, and LaSalle is closer to home. I live in
Yeah.
Parañaque.
Mm.
So, no, but um, yeah, knowing that opportunity that I could compete with, on that spot, because sometimes, in some schools, I think, for my opinion, it's, if there's like a spot, one or two spot, there's already someone who is perceived to be on that spot.
Mm.
But on LaSalle, of course, getting an eight rookies,
Yeah.
then it's like really rumble. It's a spot.
Mm.
And
Mm.
actually, I remember my first practice in LaSalle, summer training. We were like 20, 30,
Oo.
I don't know if
Parang
30
pool
rook,
talaga.
pool talaga. And we didn't play basketball. We were just conditioning. we were
Mm.
uh, uh, we were on the conditioning time of the practice, and
Mm.
so that and it was trimmed down until the preseason, or the summer camp for
Oo.
starts. So it was trimmed down, and unfortunately for me, I got there.
Nag-succeed ka talaga sa LaSalle and 2004 pa nga lang yata meron kang clutch shot nung isa sa mga critical games na naalala ko. And yun nga, sa LaSalle naman, you were able to win a championship under Coach Franz and you had great teammates, again, sila Rico Meyerhofer. Pero yun nga, you mentioned the conditioning. So, ikaw, yung mga ligang labas games mo ba, or yung mga San Beda games na did it help you prepare for the Pumaren press 40 minutes every game? Practice, I
Yeah.
don't know, ang tagal din yata ng practice niyo every day na
Yes.
puro takbuhan lang. So, nakahanda ka ba because of your San Beda and ligang labas or kulang pa yun?
No, kulang na kulang. When I I just remember summer practices. It's so hard. We have to take energy drinks just to, para maano lang yung practice. We can get
Mm.
by on the
Mm.
practice, and it was really, the summer training is, let's say, gruesome, and really will challenge you physically. And
Mm.
what what I like about it is because you are challenged physically during the summer. When when comes the season comes in, you have that, uh parang simple, hindi naman simple, but it's like you're going with the motion, eh.
Yeah,
You're
parang routine na
used to
siya,
it.
eh.
Oh, you're used to it
Oo.
na. So even though those summer training are really hard, but you tend to, appreciate it, of course, during the season.
And yun nga, talagang kinakabahan na yung mga kalaban niyo 'pag nagpe-press kayo, nagkakaroon na ng chaos na,
Yeah,
may system sa inyo pero 'pag fan lang na nanonood ng Lasal parang ang gulo naman 'yan, paano nila napa-practice 'yan. Pero alam ko like I interviewed 'yan, Coach Derek Pumaren, Renren, ang dami na nag-Pumaren press din and talagang talagang alam nilang may system yun na kailangan mo sundin. Kung hindi, talagang easy
yes,
baskets yun on the other end, for sure. Kasi 'pag
yes,
wala kayong yung mga zones niyo or yung mga, tendencies na where you force them, mga gano'n. So, kung hindi niyo sundin
yes.
yun, for sure, madali lang ibato yung bola dun sa kabila, eh.
There
So,
there
that's
there are
great.
rules, in that
Mm,
on those press, when of course, Coach, Manong Derek mentioned it for sure. The
mm,
press that Coach Franz has taught to us, it's really not parang erratic. It's not just
mm,
double right away, press, pressure, pressure, pressure. there is timing, there is uh, waiting on when to double,
Oh
there is
yeah. Oh.
and rotations. So it is really a systematic pressure defense.
Mm. How about Coach Franz naman? How is he like as a coach? How does he communicate with you? Kasi pag nakita mo siya sa TV, parang nakakatakot nga rin, nakaka-intimidate. And pag yung referee, parang pag yung nasa Adamson siya, mas napanood ko siya. Parang natatakot sila pag technical, gano'n. Yung mga ibang players niya, pag sinasabihan niya, parang nagugulat din. And from Coach Ato, who's also, pretty intimidating, how was it like for you adjusting under Coach Franz?
Um, Coach Franz, of course, like you said, also intimidating. Uh,
Mm.
it's his eyes. It's his eyes really. If when he
Mm.
looks at you with his eyes, alam mong may mali kang ginawa, tas tumingin siya ng ganun. It's all over. You're gonna get it from him. And but he likes players that accepts challenge, that never backs down, confident
Mm.
that can back it up. Because I think that's his attributes also as a player, as a coach, as a person, and he helps you to be confident, but in the means of you can back it up because you worked hard for it, and you
Mm.
you you've gone through the process of of those hardships to be that guy. We all know Asalian as really confident guys, right? And and it's because Coach Franz also, he wants us to be confident because we work hard for it. He always mentions it that it's okay to be confident. It's because you can back it up because you have done the
Mm.
work. So
Mm.
so that's one thing that I like is bringing up the confidence. And again, Coach Franz is a good motivator, and also his system, very let's say systematic also. Lot of rules, a lot of thinking, and a lot of of course, a smart way to play basketball. But at the same time, there's the
Mm.
eagerness of the physicality, the pressure, that running. So you have to you combine it all. So
Mm.
that's why siguro for 3 to 4 hours to 5 hours kami nagte-training sa ano, because there's really so many things.
Mm.
But but and all of those things is not just basketball. He brings it into outside basketball. Tries you to develop your confidence outside the court. Try to live the Lasallian values, and then prepares you for the future. And I think he helps me in so much ways. In any way, can giving me the confidence in basketball, in life. Actually, I get to talk to him from time to time, and actually, he's my
Mm.
ninong
That's
in
great.
my wedding, and
Okay, yeah.
and I really appreciate everything he has done. And medyo pabiro rin naman si Coach Franz. He knows how to, parang ano
Mm.
sa players, pero he knows how to speak uh, to us, to people, and you admire it from him.
Mm. For sure, talagang ang dami mong nasabing mga compliments and nakikita naman ng mga tao yun through all his success that he encountered throughout his career. And yung for sure nung nagkagulo sa Lasal rin, nung nag-suspend sila, you guys dapat
Ah,
nag-champion, tapos pagkabalik, nag-champion na talaga like against UE and yung values and yung na-embed niya sa inyo of a person on and off the court. Nakita yun nung 2007 season against UE. So maybe you could walk us through like that year. How was it like from the beginning? Like kahit preseason pa lang, what was the feeling? And then nung nakikita nyo na hindi naman natatalo tong UE na parang 14-0 ba sila? Yeah, 14-0 kasi sweep. Tapos diretso na
mm.
sila sa final. So how was the whole process like yun? From preseason, nang nag-start na yung season, hanggang dulo. Kumusta ka naman? As ikaw pa yata yung isa sa mga key cogs of the team noong time na yun.
I think the key was keeping the core group.
Mm.
The to be kahit nung ano before 2007, I think 2006. So dun pa lang, the core group stayed on. Some rookies came in, pero yung veteran guy core group is T.Y. Tang,
Mm.
Cholo Villanueva, O.J.
Yeah.
Kua, P.J.
Oh, okay.
Walsham,
Mm.
Rico Meyerhofer. That group is kami yun eh. Tas and me were the veterans na who played uh, 2 to 3 years together.
Mm.
And we could TY could have you know uh, could have got go to the pro. Cholo could have got go to the pro already. Actually, there was also one guy who went to the pro there. Then was Ryan Aranya. He was
Mm.
supposed to be
Yeah, for
also in
sure.
that group,
Oh.
but he decided
Mm.
to go pro. But we still have those players and
Mm.
or who are really good friends of my mine right now, still in contact with them.
Mm.
So I think that core group is the key on the development of that team on going through the 2007. We got great young guys, group of guys coming in: Simon Atkins, PJ Barua, mga Haas,
Mm.
Malabes, Kishko, who else? Marco Batrisevich.
Oh, yeah.
I love those guys. But what I like about that team is that team really stayed together. We
Mm.
Coach Franz helped us to of course, practices and playing in some tournaments. Or I even remember we gone somewhere sa someplace, maybe I think Bahrain that time,
Wow,
or
okay.
just to play as a team, play together, get together,
Mm.
somehow like a team building na rin, kasama na yon. And, and that develops really yung closeness ng team, chemistry, gelling. And
Mm.
but I appreciate that core group, and because it's easy to get along with those guys. We got our leader TY and Cholo, and fun guys like Walsham, Meyerhofer, OJ,
Oo.
and
Mm.
me, just the quiet guy trying to trying to look at them. But
Mm.
but the thing is that group, uh, even though coming when we entered that season 70, I think 71 maybe, that
Mm.
2000 season, we were really not on a good standing. We had more wins, but we had also many losses.
Mm.
But even though we had those parang uh, not really, yun nga, parang special season, a special elimination.
Mm.
But that group parang knows how to win, how to not give up. And even though you're like 14-0 from UE, before pala dun, preseason tournaments, we won it all. Nung, before coming the
Mm.
UAP season. And I think that builds character of the team. And then coming on the season, there was a lot of struggles. There were lots of happening. We won the games that we were supposed to win, but we also lost some games that uh, that we are going to win, but lost it in the final seconds, something like that.
Oo.
And that caused the dugout drama,
Mm.
and but those all the things that could have broken down the team, but
Mm.
it didn't until we got that. uh Parang we were third, and we were supposed to get on the step ladder, three and four first
Mm.
before the second. Then
Ang
we
dami,
got
ang daming games.
oh but we did get there. We got the number two spot. We beating
Mm.
Ateneo, and and from there, when we beat Ateneo, it's like we got the confidence going to the UE game. Even though
Ah,
there were
okay.
14-0, um, actually that Ateneo game where coach we they were beating us in the first and second round. That's
Mm.
where the famous line of Coach Franz, I think, is two is better than three, right? So because we beat them twice,
Mm.
and And yeah, when we got those, when we took won against Ateneo in the final four, coming into the UE game, it was really pretty close, and of course, it was really hard playing against them. But when we won that game by 1 point, that's when we knew that we could beat this team. And I think from that time we had the edge. Or we had the edge on them because we had the experience. The core group was strong, and they were not used on that situation on losing. So coming in
Mm.
game two, it was still not easy, but pretty much I think the confidence was there.